And welcome to Full Court Press on Elevation 5280 Sports and Lifestyle. I am your host, Dan Wettstein, and this is the Game 5 post game of the NBA Finals because your boy Jokic just went out there and did his thing along with the rest of the Nuggets to go out and clinch their first championship. It's been a long wait, 47 years in total. 38 years have been spent by this guy right here waiting for this moment. So the party starts now. Let's go ahead and get in there and get things started. That was fun. Appreciate you, Mike, for the like. Anybody else want to jump in? Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and follow. All of the social links are down in the description. But beyond that, let's get to this absolutely epic win. Biggest win in Nuggets history. I know a lot of people have thrown that around for the last, it seems like a month at this point. Every single win in the postseason has been the greatest win in Nuggets history. People are lazy like that. This is why I'm in this game, because we hold off and we wait for the right moment to say this tonight is by far, unequivocally, without a doubt, the biggest win in Denver Nuggets history, because it is the first time they get to go ahead and hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy. So for all of you haters, all the Stephen A. Smiths and SpongeBob SquareFaces and Nick Always Wrongs, y'all can all suck an egg, because every single one of you lame, uncreative, enigmatic, just robots that are paid to say what they want to say, have their fake debates every single day on First Take, on everything else that is done by these networks. It's all a show. They don't care about it being a great game, about a great team having a great run. And you can sit here and you can hate and you can be a troll and you can be a pathetically sick human being, and you can sit there and try and rain on the parade like it is literally raining as it has been all day. Guess what? Even when it is soaked and soggy outside, these Nuggets pull it out. They lost the first 3 quarters of the game. The Heat had a lead of 8 points at halftime. I said it on Twitter. I'm gonna say it again. None of that mattered. None of it. It means absolutely nothing. Just like with the Lakers and y'all trying to give them moral victories, the moral victories don't matter. All the moral victories in the world don't get you championships. What does? Having the best player in the league go out and dominate a finals. Again, Embiid can enjoy that participation trophy from that tainted regular season MVP. Jokic has the finals MVP, the Western Conference Finals MVP, and most importantly, a ring. Something that Embiid probably will never get in his entire career, because he has an inept franchise and he just is not nearly good enough to make everybody else around him better, even when he has players like a James Harden or a Tyrese Maxey. Y'all can keep making all the excuses you want. You can say all the things you want about, oh, nobody gets respect until they win a championship. BS. That is the biggest cop out by people that had terrible takes that are now having to eat crow after watching the Nuggets go out and prove them wrong again and again and again and finally again here in the finals. They are the champions. All you chumps that said otherwise for the rest of the offseason, y'all need to sit this one out. Every single one of you. I am one of the few that I get to sit here. I get to stand tall and I get to talk everything, all the mess that I want to for the rest of the next 12 months, for the next 365 days. Yes, I am going to be as insufferable as possible, because I have had to sit here and listen to person after person, both in the industry and outside of the industry, tell me about how dumb I was for my takes. Laugh at me when I said the Heat would be a problem if they were able to sneak in as an 8 seed. And look who was in the finals. I called the Nuggets winning this finals immediately after the MVP vote. I said it then. Jokic is going to have the biggest chip on his shoulder. If the pundits wanted to be right, they probably should have gave him that MVP. Maybe it wouldn't have created as big of a chip as he had. I still believe he would have went out there and won everything the way that he did, but they just fueled the fire underneath this Serbian monster that is taking the league by storm, and people hate it because they want to see him fail so badly. But yet the guy just goes out there every single time and does the best, does the most, and brings out the best in his teammates. It is absolutely asinine for anyone to sit here and try and debate who is the best player in the NBA, who is the best MVP candidate for the last 3 consecutive years. You can try all you want, but after this entire postseason, after what you all have watched, is absolute greatness. Again, this man has done innumerable things that nobody else has ever done. Nobody, not Michael, not Kobe, not Shaq, nobody. Between the triple doubles, the insane point, assist, and rebound totals that he has had in these finals alone, let alone the rest of the playoffs, is absolutely insane. Enjoy it, people. Stop being insufferable, just pathetic little humans. Like, that is the only thing that makes sense at this point, is that you are a shriveled up, just husk of a human with no soul left. So the only thing you have left to do is be the worst human and biggest troll you can possibly be. I do not care what the seeds were of the teams the Nuggets beat to get this championship. It is irrelevant. They are the number 1 seed. They were going to play the weakest seed like every other 1 seed has ever done in the history of the NBA. Are y'all that stupid that you don't understand how seeding works? And yes, I am worked up, y'all. I have got it all. It's all coming out. So I hope y'all are enjoying it because it's going to continue. But how can you be that stupid to try and have that type of an argument because you don't know how anything works in the NBA? If you are making that argument, you no longer get to talk about the NBA. You are nothing but a stooge. You are not a pundit. You are not a journalist. You are not anything other than a pathetic human being that just wants to be a troll. At this point, there is no other explanation. Every single national media entity and star, however you want to classify, every single one of them needs to be going on an apology tour for the next 6 months at least, for the absolute disrespect. It wasn't even just like they were making basketball points. No, especially in the cases of the retards. I'm sorry, I might have offended a few people like that. I apologize, but still, I stand by it. The absolute idiocy of morons like SpongeBob SquareFace and Nick Always Wrong, they need to never be on another television set ever again. It has been proven time and time again. Those guys do not watch anything other than the teams they like. Nick Wright is so far up LeBron's anus that you can't even see that little rat tail he's got growing on top of his head. And when it comes to Kendrick Perkins, he's so far up in Embiid's butt that even his beard disappears. Like, this is beyond insane to have heard everything that's been said, and then so many try to walk it back in the pregame and now in the postgame for all of these networks. No, everybody on every social media, I have seen them going off on these guys, people like Swipe a Cam, guys like that. Please keep it going. Keep exposing these hacks for exactly what they are. And Denver, rejoice. Absolutely rejoice and enjoy this. This was everything you have been waiting for, everything you could have hoped for. Do not let anyone rain on your parade. And again, if they make any argument that this is an illegitimate championship by the Nuggets, tell them they're an idiot and walk away. They are not worth the argument. They are just simply trolls trying to get at you. So at this point, moving forward, do not engage them. That is all that they want. Just laugh at them, call them an idiot, and walk away, because that is all that they deserve. They do not deserve to get you riled up anymore. It is over. There is no more arguments, no more debates. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the game by far, bar none. There is no longer a debate to be had. I don't care what you want to say about Embiid plays better defense or does one or two things really, really good. Jokic does all of the things. So I know I haven't gotten into the numbers and stuff. That's boring. I don't want to do that right now. This is all about enjoyment, about rejoicing, having fun, and enjoying the moment. So all y'all chime in. Make sure you leave your comments down, whether it's here on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever the case may be. Let us know how you're celebrating the moment. Let us know how you are enjoying your first championship here in Denver. This game was an absolute barn burner. Again, if you did not enjoy this game, and I don't care that neither team really shot well from three. Denver shot at 17% from three, and Miami was just barely better at 25% from three. So the fact that they didn't shoot from three doesn't bother me. I am not one of these new kids on the block that has to have everybody shooting threes. And if you don't make 23s in a game, it's not an exciting NBA. No, this game was an absolute enjoyment from start to finish. Maybe if you're a basketball quote unquote purist and you like high shooting percentages and stuff like that, whatever, do you? I like the fight that was on the floor from both sides. I know I've been sitting here and clowning on national media. I will not clown on the Miami Heat. They gave absolutely everything. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo left it all on the floor. They left way too much up to their role players and Caleb Martin, Max Strus, etc., who haven't been playing very well consistently in the finals. And that's kind of what really tipped the scales in Denver's favor. They are much deeper. Their role players did a much better job in this game of contributing when Jokic was not on the floor, even when he was on the floor, cutting and getting to the basket, breaking that zone there in the fourth quarter, and just never giving up. A lot of people are going to point out to the fact that the Nuggets had a double-digit lead in the first half, that they allowed the Heat to come back and get a double-digit lead at one point, then go into the half at 8 points, and then they had a 1-point lead after three. Again, none of that matters. None of it. It absolutely is completely irrelevant. It means absolutely nothing. The only thing that matters is the final score that had Denver winning 94-89. And for the second time in these finals, in an era that everybody thinks you have to shoot the three ball to win a championship, the Nuggets have won 2 games by making 5 or less three-pointers. And I'm really starting to lose my voice here, guys. I apologize. I'm going to try and tough it out as long as I can, but I might have to cut this short because this thing's starting to die on me. But you will have an in-depth article that I'm going to write tonight. I'm going to really take my time. I'm going to really enjoy this one. I'm going to have a whole lot of fun with it. So I hope y'all are going to enjoy that once it drops sometime tomorrow when Mike gets a chance to upload it. But excuse me, told you this thing's starting to die. Let me take a drink. Maybe I can get a few more minutes out of myself. Yes. So I've been essentially screaming and yelling since about 14 seconds left on the clock, and KCP got that steal. That I knew it was over at that point, and I've pretty much been screaming since. I even sang "We Are Champions" because we have no time for losers. Miami needs to get up out of our building so that way we can go ahead and have our parade and our party and get it all started, which is going on right. I know that Denver is rocking right now. Ball Arena is rocking. I was right before I walked in here, I was watching the post games, and I don't think a single fan has left the stands in Ball Arena yet. I mean, they might have at this point because they're probably ushering them out the building, probably forcing them. But as far as willingly leaving, nobody left early and nobody was leaving late. They were going to be forced out of that building, which I am sure they have. They're probably spilling in the streets as we speak. And I've seen on several occasions, because this is Colorado and we make these jokes, is that people are going to go and tip over their neighbor's Tesla if the Nuggets won tonight. So you might see many Teslas on their roofs come tomorrow morning at this point. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but throat's dead. I'm dead. I am rasping at this point. I am losing it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. I had my fun. We're going to go ahead, close this out. I'm going to write that article. Y'all have that tomorrow. I'm going to go start partying and maybe give this voice a rest so that way I can get back at it. Make sure you come back here on Thursday. I will be doing my show, The Answer is 42, on this network on e5280sports.com and 80s elevation sports and lifestyle. That's a lot that I'm really trying to get out here. This is forcing. I am trying so hard. I apologize, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. But as always, I am Dan, your host, Dan Wettstein, on Elevation 5280 Sports and Lifestyle on Full Court Press. This was the NBA game. I hope you all enjoy it. Miami fans, sorry, not sorry, man. Yeah, and I see that my internet's starting to die, so I think I'm getting some lag. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump up out of here. I appreciate y'all again. We love y'all. Have a great night. Party safe. Get an Uber. No drunk driving, people. Let's have fun, but let's do it responsibly. We here love you. I'll see you again here on Thursday, right here on the same channel. Y'all have a great evening.